Wadu TV, truth and integrity. This is Wadu TV, truth and integrity.
The league is about 2 weeks away, and any team that doesn't get it today, it will take him maybe a couple of matches to settle in the league. So this is the match that all the coaches will use to test their team, how they are going to play in the league.
Remember, it's the 2026 Democracy Cup. The first edition was in 2024. We saw Hartlepool losing to Asante Kotoko by 2-1. Scored. Then the second edition happened also at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hartlepool beating Red Olympics by a goal to nil. And this time, the third edition is here at the Barbaira Sports Stadium. Both teams coming head to head. History beckons for whoever wins this one. We'll be talking more about that. Remember, both teams are coming into the game with different coaches. Nebalja Capo has taken over Hartlepool. Then we have also Eric Tinkler from South Africa also being in charge of Asante Kotoko. Coach, you have been with some of these players before. Ibrahim Danlad, he's back to Asante Kotoko. It looks like a signing that is welcomed by the fans of Kotoko. How important is Danlad, especially with Kamara leaving the shores of the country?
Yeah, if Danlad is in his good old days, if he can recapture his former form, then any day I will go for him. We don't know his level right now. Maybe he has sat out for some weeks or months. He has to pick it up for the supporters to have confidence in him. Even though they love him as a person on the pitch, recently some matches didn't go well for him, and he has to make sure that he bounces back as soon as possible for the supporters to have that confidence they used to have in him when he was imposed.
Of course, and you've been out of Hartlepool, you've been out of Ghana for almost 2 years now. You've seen your team. A lot of changes have been made. Can you still recognize your Hartlepool?
Yes, because some of the players, they are still there. Martin Karikari, Kevin was SB, and I think 1 or 2 players also. So I think this game is going to be a good game.
Of course, it's supposed to be a good game for us here. The weather is a bit cloudy, and it's very conducive for association football, so we'll see how things would go. Again, I would use you because you have been a coach of Kotoko. There's a lot of pressure being an Asante Kotoko coach. I saw when Coach Eric Tinkler was on field, and at that unveiling, the board chair of Kotoko tasked him to win the Premier League. Someone will ask, it's his first season, why task him to win the Premier League?
No, it's too early to talk about the Premier League. Let's see what he can do. We all know he's a good coach, but it's one thing being a good coach, and it's another thing winning the league. So we have to just hope that things go well for him and his technical team. Maybe the players he's brought on board can help his cause. Let's all pray that everything goes well with Kotoko.
Now there's a bit of fear among Kotoko fans because the coach has already complained about the nature of our pitches. He says the kind of football he wants to play, it looks like our pitches will not grant him that access to play that football. Many fans are saying he's trying to make excuses.
That is how things work at this side of this part of our world. That, like I said before, he has to adapt as quickly as he can to help him do better in the league. If he starts complaining a lot, he may go to a venue and see Westerns. So he has to minimize his complaints and make sure he works on his team to concentrate on what happens on the pitch and try to win more games.
A lot of things need to happen on the pitch. But one signing that Hartlepool have made that is generating a lot of buzz is John Entry. You have played against John Entry before. How good is John Entry?
Yeah, he's a good player, and then he has experience also. So he's going to help Accra a lot. So this game, he's going to deliver.
Coach, you know John Entry very well. How important is the signing to Heart of Oak? Last season, one of the biggest problems in that Heart of Oak team was goal scoring. Do you think John can fill that void?
No, I think John is a good player. I mean, that was a big opportunity for him to tell everybody he's come of age. I've seen him a couple of times. He's a good player, and I think that when he train and get his confidence back, he will do better than he was doing for his former team.
So John Entry has also joined Hearts of Oak, and he will be the number 9 for them. But many say that the biggest winner for Heart of Oak, for this transfer window is Heart of Oak keeping Benjamin Asare. He was your teammate. How important is Ben on and off the pitch?
Fantastic goalkeeper. And I was watching him before he was with Great Olympics. I was watching him, and then national team also. I was watching him. He's a very good goalkeeper. So Benjamin Asare, any day, he can do anything. You understand?
Coach, Benjamin Asare staying with the Heart of Oak. World Cup experience back to the club. Many feel that it is the most important signing that Heart of Oak have done by keeping him.
Yeah, that is a big one. Asare has been our favorite for the past.
Our title sponsors, partners, and other sponsors. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure, on behalf of Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, to welcome you all to Kumasi and to this year's main Democracy Cup competition. The Right Honorable Speaker would very much have wished to be here in person. He has, however, asked me to convey his warm greetings and appreciation to all of you who have joined us today, and to wish the participating teams a successful competition. The Democracy Cup is more than a football competition. It was conceived by Parliament as a platform for celebrating and strengthening Ghana's democratic journey, and for bringing the institutions of Parliament closer to the people we serve. Football occupies a special place in the life of our nation. It brings together people of different political persuasions, ethnicities, religions, ages, and social backgrounds. In this stadium, we may support different teams, but we are united by a common love for the game and for our country. That same spirit lies at the heart of the democracy. Democracy allows us to hold different opinions, support different political parties, and advocate different ideas about the future of our country, whilst remaining members of one Ghanaian family. It teaches us that our differences need not divide us, and that disagreement must be resolved through dialogue, tolerance, respect for institutions, and the rule of law, rather than through violence. This is why Parliament continues to invest in Democracy Cup. This year's event has a particular significance because we have brought the main Democracy Cup competition out of Accra and to Kumasi in the Ashanti region of the Republic of Ghana. That decision is deliberate. Parliament belongs to the entire republic, and the values that the Democracy Cup seeks to promote must similarly reach every part of the country. Kumasi, with its extraordinary history, culture, and passionate association with Ghanaian football, is therefore a fitting home for this edition of the Democracy Cup competition. By taking the Democracy Cup beyond Accra, we also hope gradually to develop it into a truly national institution, one that travels across the country and gives Ghanaians in different regions an opportunity to participate in Parliament's celebration of our democracy. The message we bring to Kumasi today is very simple. Ghana's democracy belongs to all of us, and the preservation is the responsibility of all of us. Our democratic system will never be perfect. Democracy requires constant work, strong institutions, and citizens who are prepared to participate in the governance of their country. But after more than 3 decades of constitutional rule, we must continue to strengthen our conviction that democratic governance remains the best and most legitimate means that democratic governance remains the best and most legitimate means of managing our differences, choosing our leaders, and securing the peaceful development of our dear country, Ghana. We therefore hope that everyone who participates in this competition, particularly our young people, will embrace not only the excitement of football, but also the values which the Democracy Cup represents: tolerance, participation, fair competition, respect for rules, peaceful coexistence, and national unity. To all the teams participating in today's competition, I congratulate you for earning the opportunity to be part of this special occasion. Football, like democracy, has rules. There will be a competition. There will be a winner and loser. There will be comments of disagreement. But when the final whistle is blown, we shake hands, respect the results, and maintain unity by something greater than the contest itself. That is precisely the democratic culture we seek to nurture. I therefore urge you to compete vigorously but fairly, to respect your opponents and the officials, and to give the people of Kumasi and all Ghanaians watching across the country a competition worthy of the ideals represented by the Democracy Cup. On behalf of Right Honorable Speaker and the Parliament of Ghana, I extend our sincere appreciation to our partners and sponsors, the participating club, the organizers, the security services, the media, and everyone whose contribution has made today's program possible. We wish to express Parliament's profound appreciation to KGL Group of Companies, our title sponsor, whose continued partnership and commitment have been instrumental in sustaining the Democracy Cup. We are equally grateful to all our sponsors and partners across the public and private sector whose generous support has made this initiative and today's program possible. And to the wonderful people of Kumasi and the Ashanti region, thank you for welcoming the Democracy Cup. May the best team win, but above all, may Ghana, our democracy, continue to win. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Bernard Ahiafo, MP for Akachi South constituency. And of course, Honorable Roxanne Dafiamako, MP Majority Chief Whip as well. They are doing a picture now. Want to say big ups to the Parliament Marshal, Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Ofosu, big ups to you. Thank you so much for passing by. Clerk to Parliament, Mr. Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, such a wonderful gentleman. Honorable Angela Tay, thank you for passing by. Ni Okai, Deputy Director of Protocol, Parliament. And of course, Ashanti Regional Commander, National Sports Authority has a wonderful branded Lacoste as well, written Ashanti on it. And they are going to present it to the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Ashanti Regional Commander is here. The man who, for which reason there is no crime in Ashanti region anymore. And today, because of him, when you drop your phone and you go to Accra and come back, the phone will still be on the floor there. Very safe community. COP Akoto Arthur, Ashanti Regional Commander. ASP Charles John is also in the house. Honorable Dixon Dua, MP for Brekum West, is also here. We are absolutely grateful for the entire team that is here. NSA boss, Yawan Pofuankra is also here. Not forgetting the fantastic police band and the police in entirety. And don't forget that our mother, Honorable Patricia PJ, MP for Asokwa, is also the Deputy Minority Leader, such a lovely woman of intelligence and great grace. Honorable Patricia Apiegie, the one and only gorgeous, intelligent MP and Deputy Majority Leader. Want to say a big ups?
Yes. Mama Pat, Auntie Rosalinda Emoakwaba. The constituency and I have a ball. Very important. Mama Pat, on the Deputy Minority Leader. I find your mark in you on one or John Abidjan, Manosune Pesuaso, and I have a ball. Mama Pat, Auntie Yabanakwaba. Kotoko's coach, Eric Tinkler. Welcome to Kumasi once again. How are you doing? Yes, we wish you the very best. He's played here for South Africa before. Auntie, we decided, and then anybody, first time. How's the focus? Neboya, how are you doing? On the team. My man Abate is also here. Abate, how are you doing? Wish you the very best. Abate! And I want to say, Democratic in Tien Kao. Bakusru. Bakusru. Say, and Bakusru. One is through. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time soon, we'll slow down so that the TV coverage will continue. But as we speak, House of Oak and Kotoko are on the pitch warming up. They will come back, get into their jerseys, and get ready for the massive showdown.
So that was the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, leading an entourage from Parliament and delivering a message on behalf of the Speaker. That was a big one for us. And he says that democracy is about fostering unity. It's about sharing your opinions, and it has to do with non-violence. And he's encouraging everyone who is here to enjoy the game. So here with Coach Maxwell Kunedu and of course Salifu Ibrahim, a former player of Heart of Folk. My name is Mutale Akubu. You're still streaming live on Parliament TV on Facebook and also live on Parliament TV. I mean, we've heard from the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament. He's talked about the fact that they want to use football as a tool to drive democracy and ensure that we all live in harmony.
Yeah, I think I agree with him. Football can do a bit more even than that. Most of these guys, they benefit. One aspect that I think that benefits most of these players is getting the opportunity to travel outside the country. The winner always travel to the US to play a match against a US team. That is a big opportunity for the players to, you know, showcase their talents out there to hopefully get the chance to also travel outside to play like their trade there.
Of course, now we know that the winner of this year's tournament would be going to the US. Is that an extra motivation if you're a player on the pitch wanting to play in the US? Because who knows, a team or a scout might be there watching you.
Right, this is the opportunity for them because to travel to play football in Europe, you know, it's not easy. So to get this opportunity to just travel to Europe is a good platform. It's a good platform for them, of course.
Good platform for them, and we'll be seeing all these players display their talent and quality on the pitch. Again, your team, you have a new coach, Neboya Kapo. He has been to Ghana before. This is not his first time. He's been with Tema Youth. He's been with Mediema. But how different is Heart of Folk as compared to these teams?
Yeah, you know, because Heart of Folk is different.
Who said you? Maybe we're pitch side or maybe interviews or pitch side.
You need to win the supporters' heart. You understand?
Yes.
That's the important thing for him.
Of course, it's a different environment altogether. Let's talk about the pressure. How different is the pressure at Mediema as compared to Heart of Folk?
Different because the supporters, their mentality is different. Always they need to win. You understand? So you have to win for them so that they will help you. So this is the difference between Asante Kotoko and Heart of Folk. You understand? Always, every match is must win. Every match you have to win for the supporters. You understand? So
I'll continue to ask this question. What do you need to be a Heart of Folk player? What do you need? Is it just your football skills that you need? Or there's more than that you need if you want to play for a club like Heart of Folk? You need more than just a skill.
You know, first you have to believe yourself first.
Okay.
Because football, you have to believe yourself. You understand? Confidence is very important in football. Because if you have confidence, you can play anywhere. You understand? So that's the most important thing in football. You have to believe yourself first.
So, I mean, Asante Kotoko done with your warm-up, heading to the dressing room. The game kicks off at 4 p.m. live on Parliament TV, on Facebook, and also on Parliament TV. So here with Coach Maxwell Kunedu and of course Salifu Ibrahim. He's talked a lot about what you need before you can become a Kotoko player. What do you need to be an Asante? He said he talked about what you need to be a Heart of Folk player. I'm asking you need to be a Heart of Folk player. I'm asking what do you need to become an Asante Kotoko player?
I think all you need is self-confidence. Just make things simple, play simple game, but have confidence. You know, try and win more balls and just play your heart out.
In terms of the pressure, when you were at Asante Kotoko, what were some of the things you were telling these boys? Because, I mean, even being in here, I'm not going to play, but I can already feel the tension in the stands.
Yeah, the pressure is always there.
It's more or less like a friendly game, but it looks like these fans are not having that.
Yes. The pressure is always there between these two clubs. The fans are, here in their numbers, so definitely the tension goes up. So as a player, you need to calm your nerve down and make sure that you play according to what you've been taught. And just be confident whilst playing.
Salif, you have a lot of good memories here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. It looks like Heart of Folk tend to play well whenever they come to the Barbara Sports Stadium. Is it a psychological thing? What is it with that?
In Kumasi, play football in Kumasi is very simple than Accra.
Well, you grew up in and around Kumasi,
yeah. Because Accra supporters, they are too ash. You understand? And then for Kumasi, they know how to support football. You understand? To play football in Barbara Sports Stadium is very easy.
Yeah. Okay, so that is what Salifu thinks. Curtain Razor going into the season. Heart of Folk, first game they will be playing Brecum Chelsea. Asante Kotoko will also play DBB United. I mean, regardless of who wins this game, how important is this exercise going into a season where both teams feel that they need to do better? Heart of Folk finishing in the top 4 last season. Asante Kotoko finished 8th.
Yeah, whatever happens, all coaches or these two coaches have to understand one thing. Whatever happens today, your supporters are taking everything that will be done today. They will take that home. And that is the impression you'll be having at the back of their mind before the start of the season. So let's pray for both teams to have a good game. They should entertain the crowd. They are here in their numbers. And we can only wish them the best of luck. But let them go home with a win. At least for Kotoko, you have to win this match to send a message to everybody that the team is back on track.
Well, Coach Maxwell Kunedu, former coach of Asante Kotoko, he actually won the league here at the Barbara Sports Stadium with the Porcupine Warriors, so he has a lot of history with them. Let me take you through the lineup of the two teams. Some interesting players are getting to start. I'll start with the home side, Asante Kotoko. Ibrahim Danlad, who is back at the club and starting in post today. And Emmanuel Sanja, the right back that they signed from Vision FC, is also starting. Patrick Esiedu is there. Joseph Amwa, Musa Hamzata, today he is the captain. Richard Bwedu, here popularly known as Agadas, we'll be talking about him as well. Then there's Abdul Kader, Opokwajima, Emmanuel Mama, Inusa Adams, and Eric Beta. For Accra Heart of Folk, it is Benjamin Asari in post with Amankwa Emmanuel also starting. Rashford Mensah, Ali Mohammed, and Kelvin Osasibe, as usual, will be at the heart of defense. Then there's a Rafael Amposa and the exciting new prospect, a player that Heart of Folk fans have been talking about passionately, Alex Banso, is also starting. Kwesi Asma, John Entry, the marquee signing from Dreams FC, is in the Mohammed Hussein, of course, Martin Kakari. Coach, let's look at the Kotoko lineup. Ibrahim Danlad for this game. Look, they've brought in a Moroccan goalkeeper, but from all indication, it looks like Danlad may be the #1 going into the season.
Yeah, I think Danlad is a very good goalkeeper, like I said initially. I believe he can do the job. He only needs to be fit.
And he's still 23, very young.
Yes. He's one player that has been from the Starlets to the Black Stars. He has seen it all. So when he's in top shape, you can't take anything from him. But like I said before, he played some games that the supporters were worried about. But I know Danlad, when he says he'll do it, he can really do it. So let's hope that he's back to himself and he'll make the supporters happy.
You also know Danlad because you've played against him several times. How big is Danlad as a goalkeeper?
He's a very good goalkeeper. And, this kind of game, Danlad can do anything. You understand? So for me, I think this game, the two goalkeepers, they are going to decide. They are going to, because Benjamin Sali also is a very good goalkeeper. And then don't forget, Danlad is a national team goalkeeper before Benjamin Sali. So they are going to decide this game.
Okay. So I spoke to the Asante Kotoko coach some weeks back when they played a friendly game at the University of Ghana. He talked about the fact that he needed some form of experience in that team. And it looks like it is one of the reasons why they've brought back Richard Boadu, popularly known as Agadas. He's been out for some time, went to Libya, came back. They've signed him on a new deal, and it looks like he may be a mainstay in that midfield. How important would he be to Asante Kotoko throughout the course of the season?
I think when you watch Kotoko's games, most of their games last season, this was one position that they were lacking. There were players there, all right, but they were not, doing the exact things that the coaches wanted them to do. Even if they did it, it wasn't to how best the coaches wanted them. So getting Agadas, I think that the problem will be solved if only Agadas is also in top shape.
Well, we will find out today when they play Hartlepool in a few minutes' time. But when they wanted goals, they scanned around the league and they brought in Emmanuel Mama, formerly of Samatex, to get the goals for them. Last season, the onus was on Morfin Dozo to score the goals. He didn't score enough, and they brought in Emmanuel Mama.
Yeah, he's also a goal poacher.
Someone that knows the league very well.
Yes, he knows the league very well. But the other one you mentioned,
Morfin Dozo.
He didn't score that much goals, but he's a good player. I've seen him a couple of times, and if he begins to score or he starts to score goals, he will really do well for Kotoko.
Of course, and we'll get to see, the flags are being brought. It means that we are getting closer to the kickoff for this game. It's going to be a big one. Asante Kotoko coming up against Hartlepool in the Democracy Cup as the third edition. Now let's go through the Hartlepool lineup. Benjamin Asare, of course, World Cup experience coming back, now training with Richard Kingston, who is a former goalkeeper of the Black Stars and also now a goalkeeper's trainer. How important is Richard Kingston in the development of Benjamin Asare?
Our football. Yes. So Benjamin Asare is going to benefit more from him. You understand? Yeah. So,
but is it important to get closer to legends like that? When they maybe being a coach, a goalkeeper trainer, how important is that to have a legend, someone who has seen it all?
Yeah, because first thing, it's not easy to get closer to that kind of the legend. As a player, it will help you because it will give you guidelines. You understand? Yeah. Maybe for him, where he play football, that level. You understand the level. So you can learn a lot of things from him. You understand? So it's gonna be very good for Benjamin Asare also, and then also the Hartlepool players also.
And already I've seen that there's some form of friendship between Benjamin Asare and Richard Kingston, and it's only good for Hartlepool. So Benjamin Asare is in post. Then there's Amankwa Emmanuel, Rashford Mensah, Ali Muhammad, and Kelvin Osasibe, Raphael Amponsa, Alex Banso, Kwesi Asma, John Entry, Mohamed Hussein, and Martin Kakari. John Entry. Big day for him. Hartlepool fans will be hoping that he will bang a few goals for them because last season the main problem was goal scoring.
Yeah, I think that he's a good player. I've seen him a couple of times and he's not a bad striker at all. I said today's game will mean a lot for both clubs. The players that will pick up today will take it into the league. So I'm praying for him that he should get a good day and play very well and get a good season. It will only make our league better. But today, I only want to see one person, and who is Alex Banso. Is the reason why.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talks about Alex Banso. People have compared him to Salifu Muhammad, saying that he plays like just how Salifu used to play for Hartlepool. Very good player.
He's a good player. And I said I came to watch him, and I wish him all the best. And to compare him to Salifu here, I think he had just started. We should spare him that time and give him more room to improve. But there's no doubt he's a good player.
Salifu, which one is better? Having someone, a player that scores about 15 goals, or having a team where everybody seems to be scoring at least 4 or 5 goals? Because when you won the league, everybody contributed to the goals. Which one is better, having a front runner who scores a lot or spreading it around?
Coach is here. Teamwork is very important. In football, teamwork is very important. Because 11 players, you are playing just one football, you understand? So individual glory is not good for team, you understand? So to bring individual talent is very important in a team, you understand? So individual sport is not good.
Coach, which one would you prefer? Having a target man that scores 15 goals, or having about 5-6 players scoring 5 goals each in the league?
For the latter, it's always good for everybody to be scoring.
Okay.
Better than getting that one scoring. The reason being is when that one player gets injured, you can score more goals. But if you have a team that midfielders are scoring, wingers are scoring, strikers are scoring, even at a point defenders do score. So when it's happening like that, you have an all-round team, which is very good for anything. So I prefer team that has many players scoring than just one person banging in the goals.
Of course. Now we'll see what happens in a few minutes' time. Hartlepool will be coming up against Asante Kotoko. Last season, we had Ali Muhammad and Kelvin Osasibe playing as the centre-back pair. They were one of the best defensive partnerships in the league. How important would it be for them to continue that trajectory?
I think I admire the way they defended last season. They hardly concede goals. And let's hope that they continue. It's unfortunate has had to, change the entire technical team. But let's see how this new technical team will support these players to play defensively like they did last season. We are yet to see.
Well, let's see what happens in a few minutes' time. The game will kick start here at the Barbaira Sports Stadium. It is Hartlepool who are coming up against Asante Kotoko. It is the third edition of the Democracy Cup. The Moroccan goalkeeper that Asante Kotoko brought in has a place on the bench. That is Walid. He has a place on the bench. With the substitutes, it's Adewadi, there's Abu, there's Tamuzi, Hilary Adabo, Hubert Jehu is also on the bench. Then there's Lawson, Morfindo Zo, Bismarck, and Walid. For Hartlepool, it is Vincent Anane, Gordon Kujo, Baba Demu is also on the bench. Felix, then there's Abdul Karim, Yao Amankwa Befi, Henry Kwaku Boateng, and of course, Kader Mahmoud as well. The head coach of Asante Kotoko, Eric Sinclair, has talked about the fact that this is an important game for him. He says whatever will happen throughout the season, this could have an impact on that. Do you believe that? Because he says if the fans will come to the stadium, yes, this is the game.
Yes, he's right, because Kotoko has a folk. They always need win, you understand? They don't care about how game is. You understand? They need win. So he's right.
Now, coach, the winner of this game doesn't just get to play in the US. It looks like the winner of this game also gets to attract a lot of supporters to their games, because supporters will begin to think the team is good. Is that also a confident booster for both teams?
Yeah, it is. That is why it's important for both coaches to try and carry the day, because your players will be more confident going into the league. Your supporters will be more confident coming around to watch your games. So whichever way you turn it, it will be very, very good, and it will help the entire team psychologically.
Okay, so let me take your prediction quickly before we hand over to our team of commentators. I'll start with you, Salifu. First 45 minutes, how do you think it will go?
The first 45 minutes, I'm expecting draw.
What about you, coach?
Draw game, first 45 minutes.
Well, let's see what will happen in the first 45 minutes. Our team of commentators are ready. Kelvin Owusu-Ansah and of course Michael Buedu. I'll see you after the first half.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Barbaira Sports Stadium, where history and football collide once again. The game marking 32 remarkable years of parliamentary democracy in Ghana is upon us, and what a festive parliament has served up. As the Phobians against the Porcupine Warriors, Asante Kotoko against Hartlepool. Nothing could be more worth it, a preparatory match, than this one for the two sides ahead of the 2026-2027 season. And welcome to Kumasi's most fated spiritual home of football, the Barbara Sports Stadium. And this is the Democracy Cup 2026. I'm Kelvin Osuasen, together with Michael Asari-Buadu. We will cover every single blade of grass this afternoon for you. As you can see, lots of fans, spectators ready for this game. It's a game not just for football, but for the entire country, the peace, the unity, and the recognition for democratic rule for 32 solid years is what everyone present here at the stadium is celebrating. And as you can see, it's just been a few seats that are unoccupied. The ever-present Porcupine Tertiary group of Kumasi Asante Kotoko already filling up the air in their balloons, getting ready to support Asante Kotoko this game. They've gone through some turmoil, but hopefully today will be another one. A match between these two can never be treated as just merely a friendly, Michael.
Definitely, it is a game that offers a lot. First of all, it's a trophy match, and the second is a super clash. And when these two teams collide, we all know what happens. And also, it's the first major competitive test for the two coaches who've taken over the two clubs. Eric Tinkler for Asante Kotoko, Nibosa Kapor for Accra. So let's see what happens, because we have just a week to the start of the season, and this is the best platform and the best time to display to their fans what they have to offer.
This is the best time for these two sides to display to their fans what they have to offer. And that is why they are present here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Asante Kotoko, there were 12 new signings had to folk with 10 of them. Michael, this was said, the two new coaches, new era being brewed for the two sides, a great opportunity to fine-tune their teams ahead of next weekend's Ghana Premier League restart.
Of course, Calvin, and it's very important because if you look at Accra as a folk, last season was very good for them defensively, but in terms of the offense, they failed to score loads of goals. And I want to believe if continuity is a factor, then Nibosa Kapor will want to improve on that attacking deficiency in the side. So Haas will be trying to become more dangerous.
Coach Ofiano, ex-Galco chairman, ushering in the two teams and the officials. Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Folk, the two most successful clubs in the country. See display of the Ghana flag as well as the flag of the Parliament of Ghana. Hearts of Folk ever present with those flags. Michael, what's the secret to that?
So the players were seen hoisting white handkerchiefs to signal victory for them even before the game starts. It's an interesting one, but they will definitely be brimming with confidence. The last time they visited here, they left with a 1-0 victory, securing the 3 points in the bag. And let's see, they will come here also wanting to spoil Asante Kotoko's party. So it could tell by the confidence they were displaying there, and then the display of the white handkerchiefs.
Unity is what has kept this country together, and democratic rule has served Ghana the peace. And as you can see, the fans have already started singing and enjoying themselves, trying to cheer on their teams to victory today. It's still quiet between the various supporters and groups. The Porcupine Tertiary of Asante Kotoko had to folk ever with the white handkerchiefs. Never would you see any of these two sides take these games as just a normal game, regardless what it stands for. It's a big one today in Kumasi, and this will be the third Democracy Cup. Hat to folk, Benjamin Asari, excellent at the World Cup, leading the Phobians out today. And as you can see, the Hearts of Folk fans charged up already. The right-hand side of the stadium behind the goalpost, ready for action. Musa Hamzata, lanky central defender for Asante Kotoko, will be the captain leading them today, hoping that success will become theirs. The last time he played in a ceremonial game, he managed to score the only goal that won at 4 Asante Kotoko, and the champion of champions before the start of last season.
Definitely, and he was very ecstatic after scoring that goal. He had actually played against Gold Stars at Bibiani. That was the last game of the last 2 seasons in the Ghana Premier League when Bibiani Gold Stars demolished Accra Lions. So in that game, it was his return to the venue where he actually suffered a humiliation, and that moment was very important for him. You could see how he celebrated the goal, and it also was a grand moment to announce himself to the Asante Kotoko faithful that he was here to stay, and so it was a very crucial moment. Let's see, with having the captain's armband, what he gets to do in the team today in the game against Accra as a folk. But it is going to be interesting. 2 goalkeepers who have also been to the World Cup for the Black Stars, Danlad in 2022, Benjamin Asari in 2026. So we have 2 World Cup goalkeepers in the goalpost.
You see the Member of Parliament stepping out together with the Director General of the National Sports Authority. Just moments earlier, you can see the fans getting ready. The first Deputy Speaker, Bernard Ahiafo, representing the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Babin. And he'll be going through the pleasantries as the 2 sets of teams will get ready to exchange those pleasantries, and also see Roxanne, the Fiamapo, also in there, hoping to enjoy a very good game. As usual, they will start with the pleasantries from the home team. Accra Hearts of Folk, led by Kojo Fiano and Benjamin Asari, will do the honors of introducing the players. Accra Hearts of Folk looking more, this is a familiar terrain for them. They used to have lots of glory, but last season it was a very good one for them. They came here to silence Kotoko after so many years of failing to grab a very good result here.
Definitely, I think the 2 teams cancelled each other out. Kotoko went to Accra to win. Haas came here to Kumasi to win. And it was very important for them because they had then embarked on a certain run under Didi Dramani, their former coach, and they wanted to prove it here. It was much more about questions being asked as to whether Hasofo can do it on a very grand Sunday afternoon against Asante Kotoko at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. They answered that question beautifully by coming here, even despite playing large number of the game in terms of the minutes. Definitely, they did so well to hold on to their own. They played 10 against 11, and they did a solid job. So it was a beautiful one for Accra Hearts of Folk.
It was a beautiful one for Accra Hearts of Folk. And the pleasantries have been exchanged, hoping to see a beautiful game here at the Baba Sports Stadium. And the final greeting, Musa Hamzata trying to cheer up his men, and the technical benches, the dugout, would also have their fair share of the pleasantries. You see Kotoko's new showstopper, Abdulwadi, Hamza, Eric Tinkler together with his assistant, enjoying these pleasantries. You can see the 2 sets of teams, and I'll get close as we wait for Hearts of Folk's technical team and substitute players to have their fair share. The team manager Henry Corte, the Bota couple, Richard Kenson, former Black Stars goalkeeper. Benjamin Asari will be very much glad because this is the man who helped him recover his form after a very long injury at Great Olympics.
Definitely, and he has an excellent role model to learn from. If perhaps Benjamin Asari thinks he's already seen it all by virtue of going to the World Cup and representing Ghana, then there is a reference point for him in the Hearts of Folk team. Richard Kenson made it to 2 separate World Cups. 2006, 2010 kept the post for the Black Stars and maintained that standard. So if there is any reference point for Benjamin Asari to know that he can't be complacent, He still needs to keep working harder. He still needs to keep climbing the ladder. Then he can see that man there, Richard Kingston. That's a beautiful one for the club.
Very beautiful one for the club, and you always need these elements, these experienced elements who serve as mentors to give you the right direction. And Benjamin Asari is in a very good space, very good direction, very good guidance, with Richard Kingston joining. And he's been blessed. Last season it was Natal Isa. Of Ghana there, ushering us into pleasantries from the players and the match official to kickstart the day. You can see how to focus on the players going through it, some joy, some smiley faces. John Enchi, you could see when he had his time with Danlad at Dreams FC, some familiar faces and exchanges in there. The last time the two teams met in the Democracy Cup, it was Kumasi Asante Kotoko who managed to win 2-1. That was in 2024, the 17th of July. Katofo ready for their photos. Asante Kotoko's technical team and substitute watching on. They be lucky this time around. I'm sure waiting for the ceremonial kickoff before the game begins. As you can see, just wave. The toss of the coin, and Heart of Benjamin Asari wins the toss, and he decides to choose their favorite side to defend. That is the Asoko end, just where the scoreboard is, and that is where Hatofuk have always opted for. So Kotoko will kick off the game.
It's an interesting one, and that is in the green stands. That is exactly where the Hatofuk fans mostly sit whenever they come to town, and they will be cheering their team on. Mostly in games like this, the start is very difficult. You need to calm your nerves, you need to quell any tension in camp, and having your fans just behind you would do enough help for Hatofuk if they need to calm the early tension that will arise in the game. So with them starting from here, I think it's positive. Kotoko also gets to start just playing behind their fans, and that will also be an important one. Let's see how much of an impact that actually has on the game, and it's going to be an exciting one.
It's going to be an exciting one. You can see the fans quietly waiting for the game to start. That is the back post of where Hatofuk will be defending from in the opening half. Getting ready for the ceremonial kickoff. And the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Onada here for Warsaw Doubles as the MP. Okachi South. Michael knows him very well. He's taking off his lenses, which means he can play without the support. But a minute of silence being observed. Waiting for the ceremonial kickoff. And that is it there. That is the ceremonial kickoff from Bernard Anyafo, setting up the two teams ready to begin The third edition. The third edition of the Democracy Cup.
First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Bernard Kayafo, with the translation.
You can see the members of Parliament and Kojofiano is the match commissioner for today, leaving the pitch for the referees and the 22 players to do action. You can see Richard Nati checking the net, and that is the lineup for Asante Kotoko. Two returnees, former captains Richard Boadu, central midfielder, Dala, the goalkeeper in there. Sanja, new player from Vision of Bukwajaman Mama, new attacking pair, and Beta and Kader also in the midfield, with Idris Adams, who's being impressive on the right hand side of attack. Joseph Amoa drops into central defense to partner Hamza Town. Interesting line.
And there are interesting dynamics around it, as many as 7 new players.
As many as 7 new players. Benjamin Asari had to focus on that. Too many changes. John Enchi is going to lead the lines with Banso, the new player, going to play from the flanks. Kakarian Ponta, Ali Esibe keeping their places in the team.
So only 2 new players in the House of Food setup, and that is an interesting one. It means continuity for them. They will know, understand everything, how they play, the telepathy, the chemistry. For Kotoko, I think from the early exchanges, they will struggle to build that chemistry. They will struggle to develop these kind of relationships you expect from players in games like this. And maybe they'll have a critical start.
Eric Tinkler, Kumasi Asante Kotoko's head coach. This is his first competitive game in the first match he plays against Actor-Folk.
I don't remember the last time a coach played his first game as a foreign coach against us and won.
Let's see Charles Bule is the centerman, Seth Ableto, and Richard Nate is assistant with Julian Nunu and Kumasi Asante Kotoko start play from right to left. 2 giants of Ghanaian football renewing their storied rivalry, and that was an early scare there. Opokwa Jaman winning a corner kick for Asante Kotoko in the opening seconds. That was quite dangerous.
It was a cross-come shot, and Esibe had to clear it, but again, he was at risk of deflecting that ball into his own net, and it was very risky.
Less than half a minute, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko have a corner kick. Charles Bulu would have to restore order inside the penalty area, and the centre-back Joseph Amoa steps up for the corner kick down the right-hand side of Kotoko's attacking area. Joseph Amoa with an in-swinger decides to go near post, but Ali Mohammed heads it out for a second successive corner kick.
That was a poor one. I think Amoa can do better, and for a team like Kotoko to elect him to be the set-piece taker, he needs to deliver better than he did.
He needs to deliver better than he has done. Joseph Amoa. The second opportunity for him to redeem himself. He goes in with now swinger and Benjamin Asari. Parry set away for a third corner kick in less than 2 minutes. Kotoko piling the pressure on Actor-Folk.
They read the dossier very well, and Eric Tinkler very excited with the way that his team has started, but they need to capitalize on it. If the early momentum swings in your favor, capitalize on it and make the most of it.
It's gone to the right-hand side, and Sanja will elect himself for this. Goes in with an in-swinger, and also a very poor one cleared by Ali Mohammed. Actor-Folk with an opportunity to counter, but John Enchi, his pass has been intercepted. Joseph Amoa feeds it up to Sanja. Sanja rolls it to Amoa. Amoa finds Hamza Tah back in Kotoko's half, and Actor-Folk can have a breather. Inusa plays it right through Amoa. Hamza Tah, an exciting player, back the Accra Lions. Sent in a long one looking for the run of Opokwa Jaman, but Ali Mohammed will usher that one out for a goal kick.
Kotoko have paused the early possession. We've done just 3 minutes, but I think they've done well. Actor-Folk haven't settled into their groove yet, so we've seen what Kotoko can do. What can Actor-Folk also do in possession?
Hartford giving the ball away. Opoku looking very ready. Sanja sent in a delivery, but he's been blocked by Hussein. Hart's headed out. John Entry. Jose Fobo brings him down. It's going to be a free kick. Okay, Jose Fobo, he came in hard on John Entry. Very experienced forward. Excellent for Dreams FC.
And this is his first Super Clash, and he will definitely want to announce himself in a grand style.
Charles Bulu believes the ball is a little bit defective as the players had won, but he thinks it's very much okay to continue. Ali sent a long ball down the left-hand side, beautifully controlled by Kakari, but he had gone out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. This is the fourth meeting in cup matches on a Friday between Hartford and Asante Kotoko. Kotoko won the first game, 1-0, the Republic Day Cup on the 1st of July 2005. They managed to win the second one, the 2016 President's Cup on the 1st of July. After a goalless draw, the Porcupines triumphed via penalties. But Hartford defeated Kotoko 2-1 on the 4th of March 2022 in the President's Cup. Hamzata over the halfway line. We find Tinusa. Draws in central to pick up. Pokwajima, it's quite surprising. Sanja down the right hand side. Can he keep it in play? That's what to keep it in play. But Rashford, Mensah recovers. Patrick Asiedu, very good lead. Manages to win possession for Asante Kotoko, and Ali's header goes out of play. Inusa. Back to Sanja. Chidbrodo slides in there. Is one who is very well enjoyed by the fans. His return could spark some positivity.
It's due to how he plays. He always plays wearing his heart on his sleeves. He has a lot of energy, commits into duels, and is always eager to prove a point for his side and also for himself. And he was a fan's favorite during his time, and on his return, definitely the same fans will hail him if he's able to improve and impress.
Richard Boyd, the former captain of Asante Kotoko. The ball all the way back to Ibrahim Danlado. He's also a former captain of the Porcupines. Two experienced players back in the folds. And Tinkler will be very much glad having these players back.
It is the leadership they offer in the dressing room. At training, they set exemplary lifestyles for the others to follow. And it's Kotoko trying to come back from a period where indiscipline unsettled them and affected their season. In the last two campaigns, they've been riddled with a lot of indisciplinary issues. So if they bring in these players, they set the examples for the young ones to also model their careers around them. And I think their inclusion is for footballing reasons and also for the leadership they bring to bear.
Rolled out to Sanja. Rolls it to Inusa. Inusa. Size to get the ball back to Buadu. Buadu feast of Hamzata. Hamzata down the left hand side. Find Esiedu. Back to Hamzata. Joseph Amor. Amor left a long one. I'm looking for the runoff of Bukwajaban. But SCB scores full marks. Makes the clearance. Esiedu just looking for the return from Opokwajaman. But that pass has been intercepted. Hartford. Amankwa finds SCB. Ali. Long cross football down the left hand side. Good guard. Martin Kakari. Sanja showing great strength. Hussein picks up the ball in a shooting position. He goes in with a drive, bounces right in front of Danlad, but picks it up with ease. Good strike from Hussein. Testing Ibrahim Danlad.
He's a nimble-footed player, very, very short, doesn't have that stout physique, but he's very crafty in his movement and then his positioning. And he found one there, weaved an opportunity, took a shot, but Danlad was equal to the task. But I think Hearts of Oak have also showed that they have teeth to bite. And let's see.
Hearts of Oak. Radford Mensah will throw it back to Ali. Amponsa. Ali gives the ball away inside central midfield. It was Boadu who won possession, but eventually commits a free kick. And an earlier infringement called against Hussein. Hamza to steps up to effect this. Boadu already showing the grit we'd want to see from him after 2 years of not being very active. It's quite surprising.
I think he has it in him, and it is always the euphoria, the enthusiasm that will always add up to some of these developments. He's playing against Accra Asante. He wants to prove a point. It's the first game he plays here in the Kotoko shirt at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on his return. He wants to announce himself again that he's back to play, not just to add up to the numbers.
Back to play, not just to add to the numbers. Clever attack from Sanja. Receives some applause from the fans. Leads it for Amwa. Cross football looking for the run of Patrick Asidu. A ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Hatofo. Quickly effected. Asma. Back to Amankwa. Amankwa finds Asma. Asma with a low pass. John Entry. Very good hold-up play. Joseph Amwa wins possession. Opoko Ajaman lays the ball down for Abdul Kader. Inusa running into the penalty area. Inusa dribbles past one man. He's been brought down. Revis says nothing doing. Very good offensive work there from Ali Mohammed. And Hatofo will be on the abyss. Kakari over the halfway line. Boadu steps in to prevent that break. Amankwa down the right hand side, gets the ball to Banso, loses possession, and Beta picks up the ball. He's been brought down in the process. It's going to be a free kick against Alex Banso.
I think that there was one way he had to use to stop the Asante Kotoko attack, and that was fouling the player. But I love the movement of Beta.
The movement of Beta, an Ivorian international who's joined Kotoko ahead of the new season. Sanja with a long delivery looking for the run of Mama. Good gather by Menta. Benusa picks it up down the right hand side. Goes in with a delivery, but Ali Mohammed jumps high and he wins the aerial tussle. Radford Menta heads it out, not too far away. Rafael Amponta, he's lost possession. Ball is picked up by Beta, but Ali will quickly clean up the scrap. A little over 11 minutes down. Asante Kotoko nil, Hearts of Oak nil. 2026 Democracy Cup here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Poor pass, John Entry steps in to win possession. The referee whistles, and he's in disagreement with a decision by Charles Bulu.
And the two are debuting in this in this game. It is John Entry's first super clash. It's the same for Charles Bulu. And he wants to make sure that he leaves no stone unturned. He wants to cross the T's and dot the I's, gets everything right, and I think he got it here.
Charles Bulu officiating his first ever Super Clash game between Asante Kotoko and Accra Asante. This might probably come with less pressure than in the league.
Of course.
Ball picked up by Kader. Finds Sanja. Sanja goes all the way to Danlad. Finds Amwa. Kader drops in to pick up the pass. And he's been duly fed. Boadu. Finds Amwa. Inside the center circle, Amwa rolls it down the right hand side. Hamzata screens the pitch, leaves it for Kader. Another foreign import for Asante Kotoko. Burkina Faso is expected to help pull up strength in that midfield. Better Finds Kader, waiting for the return. But Kader, not in a rush, finds Joseph Amwa. Quite surprising, Joseph Amwa being played in central defense.
He had already shown traits of having versatility in him. He can play as a midfielder, can play as
and a very good delivery there from Sanja. Nupokwajima was late to it, but the experience of Benjamin Asari, it wasn't in any rush. And he picked it up coolly, reading the situation very well. The mark of an experienced shot-stopper.
Definitely, and the World Cup will do him a lot of good. He has faced some of the toughest opponents, and he will know how to read situations like this better.
If you've been able to prevent the likes of Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Morgan Rogers, Bukayo Saka from scoring against you, you should be able to match the quality of the players you're facing now.
Of course, and I think he's probably the only player in the GPL with a higher value after the World Cup if you are to assess the value of players in our league, and he's one of our own. Now we need to push him that high to make sure that the GPL will also get a deserving or a befitting ambassador.
Benjamin Asari, he's formed a very good defensive wall with Ali Mohammed and Osei Sibe just in front of him. And they don't care whether it's Befi at right back or Emmanuel Amankwa at right back or it's Radford Mensah at left back. They deliver. Better has been brought down. It's going to be a free kick. He's one many have been speaking a lot about in the absence of Peter Amidu Aqua, who the Porcupines have lost.
And I think if he's able to score, the last time Kotoko beat Accra as a folk in the Democracy Cup, Hamidou Aqua Justice Blaze scored for the Porcupine Warriors. So hopefully he scores and then he gives them a feel of what things used to be like during the time of Peter Hamidou Aqua.
Benjamin Asari scoring full marks there. Joseph Amwa receiving instructions down the technical area. Had to focus that play. Ali Mohammed. He's been one of the fast rising players from part of Ghana's core when the Black Meteors played against Mexico ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
And he struck gold last season after making that move to Accra as a folk. He's one who has gone through the mill, right from Obuasi. He's gone through the Ash Gold youth team. He's played for several other clubs. And it looks like as a folk is at home together with Kelvin Osei-Sibe, and they formed what looked like an impenetrable central defensive wall last season. And hopefully they carry on from there. They are destined for greatness if they do that.
Alex Banso, clever touch. Decides to get the ball back to Ransford Mensah. Got the very best of control, but Ransford keeps possession. Hussein with a dummy chain down the left hand side. Martin Kakari. He has two players to beat. Very good offensive work from Sanja, but eventually concedes a throw-in. That was good play there from Alex Banso, showing glimpses of what he's capable of. Throwing quickly, effective inside the penalty area. Martin Kakari set to the delivery. Ball drops in, and acrobatic drive there from Banto. Ball on south side. Casillas Smith's left foot shot. Blocked by Amo and Hamzata. Banto down the right hand side of Patrick Asiedu. Quickly whip it away for a throw-in. Throwing quickly effected, and the Butcher Couple will applaud the effort from his players. Joseph Amwa with an acrobatic clearance. Had to folk turning the flames on Kotoko now.
They've now settled. They've gotten into their groove, and they are starting to move the ball in the various phases very, very well. And then at the width, you are having Alex Banso getting very active from the right side of Haas's attack. At the left side, Kakari is also doing his own. And I think it is bringing that unpredictability around House of Folks game. So far, if they carry on, it will be possible.
Banso with the ball, Casillas right side of the penalty area. Goes in with a cut back, but Hamzata clears his lines. Not the very best of delivery. Better. Cleverly outwitting Emmanuel Amankwa. Rolls it down to Opokwajiman. Opokwajiman better wants it back. Ajiman comes in central. He finds Kader. Leaves it for Boadu. Boadu finds Opokwajiman. Ajiman stays on the ball. Rolls it down the right hand side. Sanja. Inusa trying to draw in central. Adding some energy into Kotoko's attack. But he's been forced to get the ball back to Asiedu. Asiedu. Down the left hand side. Better. Rolls it back to Asiedu. Seru has been forced to go to Captain Hamzata. Down his immediate right is Sanja. Ball down the right hand side. Sanja picks it up. Goes in with a check-in. A delivery side. A penalty area. And that's Emmanuel Mama! But the flag is up. The flag is up for an offside. And the goal won't count. But that was an excellent piece of play from Kotoko.
It was a well-worked ball, but Mama could not time his run very well. The cross came in perhaps a bit late, but he was able to pick an angle, and this would have been a beautiful goal if he had been able to check his run.
Kasiasma with another opportunity to roll a delivery inside. He's been blocked in there, but he manages to find a loose end, but Joseph Amwa blocks that delivery. Quickly finds Opokwajaman. He's been brought down in the process. Charles Bulu whistles for a free kick against Rafael Amponsa, quickly affected by Boadu. Inusa on the run. Can he beat Ransford Mensah? Inusa down his right hand side. Can he check in and make that pass? He's been brought out. It's going to be a free kick against Ransford Mensah.
And the intensity of the game is building up. The Kotoko players are also having the adrenaline's being pumped up. And it's brilliant because moments ago we just saw Hasselhoff creating chances. And all of a sudden the script has been flipped. And Hasselhoff are now having to defend against Kotoko's attack. This is exciting.
End-to-end action here at the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium. Despite a statement of civic responsibility and national pride, this is a game of football you can never keep your eye off. That's why you're getting covered by Parliament TV for the 2026 Democracy Cup. Free kick for Asante Kotoko. It could be a good shooting position for Joseph Amwa or Sanja Kosenin, a very good outswinger. Amwa himself could equally sending an in-swinger, but wait. There's going to be a yellow card too. Ransford Mensah, the referee Charles Bulu, he delayed, but eventually the yellow card is out.
That is excellent refereeing. Had to sort out the commotion that was starting to build up, and then he came to address the need for beautiful refereeing.
Very much experience on the continent, Charles Bulu. Free kick for Kotoko. Joseph Amwa having a chit chat with Sanja. Still waiting on what to do. Benjamin Asari keeping a close eye on the delivery that will come from Kotoko. Amwa. The pushing and shoving is still going on inside the penalty area between Emmanuel Mama and John Enchi. Referee says nothing doing. Sanja with the delivery and had to forward clear the lines. SCB better help Sanja to win back possession for Kotoko. Sanja decides to check in. Finds Asiedu with a long drive, but he misses the post by inches. Benjamin Asari saw it coming. He didn't flinch. He knew it was off target.
That was Patrick Asiedu channeling his inner Roberto Carlos. He has it in him, has an excellent drive, but this time around, unfortunately, he struck it without precision.
The strike was without precision. Richard Boadu wins back possession. Clever dummy from Boadu, running into a very good position. He's been pushed down. It's got to be a free kick and a yellow card for Kwesi Asma for the push on Boadu. Two Hartlepool players on yellow cards. They need to be careful. The last time they played against Kotoko, Emmanuel Amankwa was shown his matching orders.
Exactly, and in the last 18 fixtures between these two teams since 2019, no red card for Kotoko, 2 red cards for Accra, and these are not positive signals if you are to read any meanings into that trend of red cards being attracted by the club.
Confirmation of the yellow card to Kwesi Asma, 25, jersey for Hartlepool. Very robust midfielder. It's a very good shooting position. Joseph Amo and Sanja behind it. Bulu leaves in. Benjamin Asari still telling his wall to shape up. Amo with a delivery inside the penalty area by Sibe jump side and he clears that delivery. Richard Boadu trying to get in with a shimmy, but he drives the ball across and to no man's land is going to be a goal kick. That was poor from him.
He anticipated kicking the ball off the Asante player, but the As player was smarter and he moved out of that direction.
Benjamin Asari calming his players down, telling them to keep cool. Goal kick quickly effected. Asari goes in with a long drive looking for John Entry. Hamzata trying to keep him off balance. Asma Amankwa rolls it down to Bansu. Clever touch from Bansu, and he's been brought out by Patrick Essien. Is going to be a free kick against Kotoko. And Hearts of Folk will run to Charles Bulu, who won a yellow card. And Sibe tells his players, just keep away from the complaints.
That's an interesting one because FIFA says that the captain needs to approach the referee. Who is also Folks captain?
Benjamin Asari. Kwesi Asma with a quick delivery there. It's going to be a free kick against Hearts of Folk. Kwesi Asma with an elbow there. He needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card.
If I was Kwesi Asma, I would be playing a very cautious game now, and I also not want to be remonstrating towards refereeing decisions in this manner. He needs to keep his emotions in check, just focus on the game, especially when he's walking a tightrope by being yellow carded.
And they should keep his emotions in check. Joseph Amo building up, gets the ball to Hamzata, allows the ball to roll past him. Dan Lad, clever pass, finds Hamzata. A touch, Buadu to Sanja. Back to Buadu. Sanja trying to pick up Buadu, but it was a very good tackle there from Apontai. He's brought down. Sanja was brought in from Vision FC by Asante Kotoko ahead of the new season, and he's already started being the fans' favorite.
Definitely, if he keeps on like this, he creates stiff competition for Lord Amwa when he returns to full fitness.
And that is the substantive captain for Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, who is out injured. One of the enterprising right backs. Kotoko having been lucky, like Emmanuel Kote, who is also not being fully utilized because of his injury situations. There's also another right back. He's also absent due to injuries.
Exactly, and that is a sad story. It is actually one development that plagued Asante Kotoko last season. Too many players getting injured at the same time, and it kind of gave them a handicap in certain positions in their team. And they grew out of it, they overcame the challenge, but maybe they will learn from it and improve going forward.
Emmanuel Mama with a great shooting opportunity. Feeds the ball to Opoko Ajiman. Ajiman finds Inusa right on the edge of the penalty area. Had to be wanted on offside. Referee says nothing doing. Game continues. Kader helps to win possession. Ball down the right hand side to Sanja. Sanja rolls it quickly to Inusa. Inusa down the right hand side of attack. Feet of Sanja again. And Sanja will recycle play to Hamzata. Captain of Kotoko today, Hamzata, goes all the way back to Dan Lad, with his experience telling them to keep calm and open up. Quick pass in central. Brilliant touch from Opoko Ajiman. Essiedu on his bike, down the left hand side. Better facing ball for Essiedu. That touch was poor, and Emmanuel Amankwa wins possession for Hearts of Folk. Ball still on the line. And Bolo eventually whistles for a free kick. It's going to be a throw-in for Hearts of Folk. Emmanuel Amankwa is still some yards away. It's going to be free kick for Hearts of Folk down the right-hand side of their defensive area. SCB John Entry wants it high up. Long delivery from SCB inside the central midfield. Kader wins possession. Inusa down his right hand side. Sanja Moradin down the right hand side, waiting to pick up the pass. He offers him an outlet. Sanja with a delivery, not a very good one, blocked by Hussein. Hamzata goes all the way back to Danladi. You can see down our screen, Tenkla remonstrating He wants better deliveries.
Yep, he wants it, but again, I think he will also be disappointed that in the further areas of the pitch, it is not fully developed to the extent that it doesn't allow Kotoko to settle and play their usual passing game. And I think that will be one of his frustrations, because if you look at Kotoko, clearly the pattern is there. They want to play something, but they are not being helped as well by the pitch.
That's a header from Patrick Esiedu. Kotoko conceding a free kick. That is as he leapt on his marker. Free kick quickly taken. That's Eric Tinkler there trying to issue out instructions, not happy with the shape. And he wants Sanja to be getting closer. Hussein down the left-hand side. Waiting for Ransford Mensah. Picks up the pass. Ransford. A delivery inside the penalty area. Ball not fully cleared. Got has a first goal. Ball comes off the hand. And Dunlad comes out to save it. But it's the handball. Banso. And you can see the frustration from Banso. Dangerous play there. Hartov nearly grabbing the opener.
That was a scary handbag situation. It was a goal mouth melee. Hasselhoff felt they had won it. Kotoko felt they would defend it better. And it was an interesting one. You wouldn't want to be in such a situation as a player, especially if you're a defender. The slightest, and you are close to conceding an own goal. But I think Kotoko were able to deal with it. But again, it's a sign of Hasselhoff and how dangerous they can be.
Inusa Adams down the right-hand side trying to outwit his marker. But his touch lets him down. Ball is picked up by Hussein. Inusa fights back to win possession. It's going to be a throw-in. The Bota Capo happy with that. The section of supporters waiting for the opener. Throw-in for Hartofo. The Bota Capo. He very well knows this terrain much more than Eric Tinkler.
Definitely, he's had stints at Tema Youth and Mediema Sporting Club, famed for development of talent and playing a certain brand of football that excites fans. Hopefully he's able to implement that at Accra. So for Tinkler, there are a lot of unknowns about what he has to offer, but on the evidence of what we've seen in the first 30 minutes of this game, I think Kotoko fans can start to look optimistic.
Opokwachima with a quick ball down the right-hand side. Half an hour played. Kotoko nil, Hartofok nil, and had to concede another corner kick. Opokwachima, formerly of Ashanti Gold. Let's see what is now Ashanti Gold, who are in extinction. But we have another Ashanti Gold that will be playing in the league. Ashanti Gold 04 SC. A delivery from Joseph Awa. This time around a better one, but Benjamin Asari. Good lead. And he's giving the ball away cheaply.
They rushed it. A little bit of calm, steady the situation would have helped. But he tried, it failed. He should keep trying, but next time he should exercise a bit of patience.
Better down the left-hand side. Better. He wants support. He's gone back into midfield. Amwa. Hamzata. Rolls it through to Opokwachima, but his pass to Buaru has been intercepted. Hussein. Clever attack from him. Leaves Buaru in Wonderland. Finds Asma over the halfway line. Down the right-hand side. Bansu. Checks in onto his left. In central. Crossfield delivery down the left-hand side. Martin Kakari, clever touch. Sanja, he's been outwitted. Kakari, very good touch. He finds Hussein. But he falls down in the process. And Hamzata, the win possession and send it out. A long ball in there trying to find Opokwachima, but Ali steps in and makes the clearance. It's going to be a throw-in for Asante Kotoko.
If Ali Mohammed was an immigration officer, there would be no illegal immigrant who would enter any border. He's certainly on point, mostly to deflect the balls out of touch and then avert any danger for Accra. Solid defending.
Solid defending there from Ali. Ball inside the central midfield, Joseph Amwa. Hamzata rolls it down to Asiedu. Keeps it in play with a header. Emmanuel Mama holds up play. looking for support, but his pass has been intercepted by Pansu. Not too far away. And Beta has been brought out. It's going to be a free kick again. Kwesi Asma.
And I am intrigued about the roles of the two Asante Kotoko forwards. They are all ball-playing forwards, have the same physique, and the ability to drop deep and be part of the build-up is kind of confusing the House of Folk midfield. At points in time, they don't know who to follow, because at this instance, it is Opoko Ajiman, the next, then it is Emmanuel Mama. I think their movement is starting to create confusion in the House defense and their middle, and Kotoko can hopefully improve in terms of the positions they find in the box and make it head across the folk in this moment.
Free kick for Asante Kotoko. Charles Bulu, Hotel Hussein and Kakari to keep their position. To say far more behind the ball. Clearly looks like it's going to be an outswinger from the centre back. A delivery inside penalty area. Not too far away. Opoko my ball drops in Mama. That is a handball against Emmanuel Mama. Good defensive work there from Rafael Lamponsa.
Held on to his own, very firm, making sure that Mama was not getting the advantage over him. I think he did well.
Free kick for Hearts of Folk. Benjamin Asari goes in with a long one down the right hand side. Amankwa Bantu gets in one pass. Asiedu picks up the return for Asma, trying to get Asma on there. Joseph Amo recovers and feeds off Kader. Ball with Asiedu, and he's been brought down by Emmanuel Amankwa. It's rather better. He's causing all sorts of problems.
He's literally won the most fouls so far in the game. He's been attracting them. He's winning these free kicks for Asante Kotoko. What it does is that it helps the team to reset and then possess the ball again. I think it's a tactical strategy being employed by Eric Tinkler, and Beta is executing it well so far.